Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here really quick and give you a more organized view of finding volume of these three-dimensional figures. So I kind of came up with some steps that I think would be helpful for you to follow. As I was making my answer key for this homework, I realized that steps would be super helpful. So step one, you're just going to identify your formula. So that's either going to be the area of the base times the height, which is the one that I identified here, or big BH. Or if you're dealing with a sphere, then you're going to have a different formula. Remember, that's the one where you're going to have 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Okay, so for this one, I can tell that it's a prism because it's not a sphere, right? So I'm going to identify the formula as being big B times h. So that's step one. Because that's my formula, I know that I need to find the area of the base. That's what that big B stands for. In this figure, I can see that the base is a triangle. Okay, so I need to find the area of my triangle. So what you're gonna do for step two is identify what shape is your base. In this case, it's a triangle. So I'm gonna go back to my area formulas. Well, I know the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I'm gonna look over here at my triangle and plug my numbers in. 1/2 base times height. And then I get 24 to be the area of my triangle. So I just found big B. That's what that big B stands for. It's just the area of your base. Now I need to find little h. Little h is not the height of the triangle, which was 8. It's the height of the entire prism. So when you think of the height of the prism, you want to think what height is connecting my two bases. So what's the length that's connecting the two triangles? So I'm going to look at my figure, and what I can see is I have my triangle here that I outlined. The other triangle is this guy back here. So the thing that's connecting those two triangles is this right here, so that 4. So I know it's kind of confusing to think of what's the height. It doesn't really look like a height. So what I want you to think of instead is what length is connecting the two bases of my prism. So that's how I got 4 for the height. Then all I do is plug my numbers into my formula. So the volume is big B times h. So I found big B to be 24 and I found h to be 4. When I multiply those two things, I get my answer to be 96, and my units are yards cubed because it's a volume. So this was just a quick overview I wanted to show you guys super quick, so it's a little bit more organized and it's a shorter video. I do want to also show you an example of a sphere, so that'll be super quick because that formula is actually easier. So the formula for the volume of a sphere, what I'm going to do this time is instead of big B times h, my formula is going to be 4/3 pi r cubed. So when you're dealing with a sphere, all you really need to do is identify formula, which we already did, and then step 2 would be find r. Remember, r is the radius, and that goes halfway to the middle of my circle. So it goes halfway through my circle. This is already given to me, so I know r equals 8. Now all I have to do is plug 8 in for r. And honestly, if you get to this point and you don't want to put it in your calculator, I'm okay if you stop there. So if you did put it in your calculator, you're going to get some big number. Let me tell you what I got. I got my answer to be 2,144.66, and again, it's yards cubed. So if you have any issues putting that in your calculator, let me know. I will also show you guys how to use the calculator a little bit better during class today and tomorrow. All right, so hopefully this video helps. It's just a little bit of a shorter video with some steps. So let me know if you guys need anything.